Well, most of us probably take the internet for granted. At our offices, we probably have access to high-speed internet, which allows us to work more efficiently, updating our Facebook pages there from time to time. But for many Louisianians who live in rural areas, navigating the web can sometimes be an unreliable and frustrating task. It's a sound many internet users haven't heard in the last 10 years, the sound of an internal computer modem talking to another modem, in this case somewhere in the cyber world of AOL.
Welcome. You've got mail.
For the last 15 years, I've been using dial-up here at my home in Wakefield in rural West Feliciana Parish. You remember dial-up, don't you? The phone jack method that was the father, or should I say grandfather, of web surfing? Well, out here, we still use it. To say that it's slow is an understatement. It takes a full 45 seconds just to log on to my homepage, twilatv.org. Then it takes another 2 minutes to download that homepage. So why am I stuck in the early 1990s when it comes to surfing the web? It's because I'm one of the 40% of Americans who doesn't have high-speed internet at home. At least that's better than the 30% of Americans polled in a recent survey who say they have no internet access at all. Out here in rural Wakefield, there are few options. My phone company, Bell South, doesn't offer DSL, not enough people per square mile apparently, and satellite-based internet operations like HughesNet are also out of the question. Even if I could afford the $129 a month plan, all these trees around my home make it impossible for the signal to find its way to my computer. What about getting the internet through my cable company, you ask? Not a chance. My cable company is a mom-and-pop operation that only offers TV programming. Now, another potential problem I have when I log on from my home is my old laptop here. This Macintosh is 6 years old, and of course it came with a phone connection. But new Macintosh systems don't have phone jacks, which means if my old Mac here goes out, I'll have to find another one just like it. Otherwise, no internet. But seriously, the lack of internet or slow internet service has been frustrating rural Louisianians for years. Louisiana Commissioner of Agriculture and Forestry, Dr. Mike Strain, says it's going to be a while before towns like Pecan Island and Four Forks can blaze across the web.
When I was a member of the Rural Legislative Task Force, and I served under 2 governors, we were looking at the need for high-speed internet, or internet period, in the rural areas. And because it affects education, it affects the practice of medicine, it affects commerce, the quality of life, all of these factors. It is essential now as a tool.
Part of President Obama's stimulus package earmarked $2.5 billion for rural broadband access. The president is a Democrat, and I understand that these things take time, but as a staunch Republican, I'm beginning to think Al Gore really did invent the internet, and he did it just to aggravate me.
Goodbye.
According to InternetWorldStats.com, 228 million Americans use the internet every day, but only 70 million Americans have access to broadband. By the way, the voice of AOL is Elwood Edwards. In 1989, he recorded the phrases, "Welcome, You've Got Mail," and "Goodbye" for his wife's company, Quantum Computers. A year later, Quantum became America Online.